I worked for a private research contractor called Helix Dynamics, a company that funded deep environment expeditions, biological studies, and field experiments in places most people would never dare to go. For years, I didn't question their methods. I just did my job. But a few months ago, Helix sent one of their research teams into the deepest, most uncharted region of the Amazon rainforest. And then, they vanished. No radio signal, no emergency beacon, nothing. The company tried to bury it. But I was part of the retrieval team that went in after them. We found what was left of their camp, and a single journal buried in a waterproof case, half smeared with mud and blood. It belonged to Dr. Samuel Iriton, the lead biologist on the project. What I'm about to read to you is his account, word for word. I don't know if it's real. I don't know if it's some kind of psychotic breakdown. But after reading it, I started having dreams. I keep seeing shapes between the trees when I close my eyes. I don't care what Helix says anymore. People need to know what happened. This is the Journal of Expedition 47. Page 1, entry begins. Day 1. We arrived at the site at 0930 hours. Coordinates redacted for safety. It's roughly 2 days deeper than where any prior expedition reached. Even the locals, the guides, they refused to go past the river. Said the forest breathes wrong beyond that line. I thought it was superstition. We're a 6-person team. Myself, Dr. Lena Mores, botanist, Thomas, technician, Marcus, logistics, and 2 field assistants, Rahul and Nyla. Equipment, heat scanners, drone, and atmospheric sensors. The canopy is impossibly dense here. Even at noon, it feels like dusk. The air tastes thick, metallic almost, like old blood. Still, morale is high. We set up camp. The first night, the forest was silent. That should have been the first warning. Day 2. Lena noticed something strange. The plant samples near our site are mutated. Leaves growing in mirror symmetry, stems bending toward each other as if reacting to sound. Thomas picked up a heat signature about 50 meters east, roughly human-sized, stationary. We assumed it was an animal. When we went to check, there was nothing there, just trees. And the trees, I swear, they were closer together than before. Day 3. Something is off. At 2:47 a.m., I woke up to whispering outside the tent. It wasn't language, more like syllables being formed but never finished. Thomas heard it too. We searched the perimeter but found nothing. In the morning, one of the motion-triggered cameras had been moved 3 feet to the left. Its lens was clean, but the casing was damp, as if someone had breathed on it. Day 4. Marcus is complaining of headaches. Nyla said she saw shadows moving against the tree line, but when she pointed her flashlight, they were gone. We caught another thermal signature last night, this time several, moving in a slow circle around camp. Lena suggested it could be large primates, maybe a new subspecies, but they never broke the surface of the ground radar. It's as if they were walking without weight. I'm trying to stay logical. Trying. Day 5. The forest is changing. Every time we leave camp, the terrain looks slightly different. A stream that used to flow west now curves north. Our GPS devices are useless. They show us spinning in circles. At dusk, we heard something breathing near the tents. Deep, wet, like lungs full of water. When Thomas shined his light, we saw, I don't even know how to describe it, a figure. Tall, thin, with skin that looked translucent under the beam. But the strangest part wasn't how it looked. It was how it moved. It didn't retreat. It folded, like a film reel crumpling in reverse. Then it was gone. We didn't sleep. Day 6. Rahul is missing. We found his boot 30 meters away, filled with something like tree sap, but it smelled like iron. Marcus is panicking. Lena wants to pack up. I told them we can't. Our contract requires at least 10 days of data. She said, "Samuel, do you really think we'll make it to day 10? No one answered her. Day 7. They came closer last night. I could hear them breathing right outside the tent. Something pressed against the fabric, long fingers, thin as branches. I held my breath. For a moment, I thought I heard Rahul's voice. He was whispering, "Don't move." In the morning, Thomas said he saw footprints circling the tents, but they were reversed, like the impressions had been pressed from underneath the ground. Day 8. Nyla found something half buried near the creek. A face. Not human, not animal. It looked carved from bones, but it twitched when she touched it. She screamed, and when I ran to her, the thing was gone. The water was still rippling. We argued for hours. Marcus said he's leaving in the morning. I told him if he walks out of camp, he'll never find his way back. That night, I recorded a sound. I'll write the pattern here so I don't forget. Ch, ch, ha, r, ah. It repeated every 6 minutes. Lena thinks it's mimicking our speech. Day 9. Marcus is gone. His tent was empty. Zipper still closed from the inside. We followed his trail until it stopped, abruptly, in the middle of an open patch of dirt. There were no prints leading out, just one, a handprint. Huge, elongated, pressed deep enough to crack the soil. Lena is crying. Nyla won't speak. Day 10. The forest hums now, constantly. It's not sound, it's vibration. You feel it in your bones. I can't tell when I'm dreaming. Last night, I saw Rahul again. He was standing among the trees, but his eyes reflected no light. His mouth opened like he was about to say something, but his voice came from behind me instead. He said my name, slowly, like something tasting it. Lena disappeared before dawn. The next few pages are torn, streaked with black residue. Final entry. I'm alone, I think. The shapes keep circling. I see them even when I close my eyes. I understand now. They're not hunting, they're studying. Whatever they are, they learn by imitation, by wearing us. If anyone finds this, don't follow the calls. They sound like the people you lost. And if you see your own reflection moving, run the other way. End of journal. That was the last entry in Dr. Iriton's log. We never found the rest of the team, not even bones. But 2 nights after we returned, one of our retrieval drones picked up motion in the same coordinates. 6 figures, standing perfectly still, each one facing the drone's camera. The last frame before the signal cut showed something that made my blood freeze. The lead figure was wearing Dr. Iriton's ID badge. If this recording ever reaches you, and you think about going there, don't. The Amazon still keeps secrets, and some of them remember the shape of men.